All right, coming to you live from Altamont Springs, Florida. This is Ember, the Ember Show. Welcome, and we got a lot to talk about. And it's been a long time since I've actually done a sports podcast, so I'm a little excited, a little bit anxious. This is the best time. Excuse me for the vibrations. I should have put that notifications off. But like I said, it's been a long time coming since I've done any kind of sports podcast. I used to do a lot of NFL, even was with the network for a while. And yeah, there we go. Now I muted it. Perfect. All right. So I'm glad to be talking about basketball as well right now, with only 4 teams left. And unfortunately, the team that I don't think I did a podcast about even before the playoffs started, so it's been almost a whole year since I've done an NBA podcast. But I wanted the Lakers to repeat, just for not only LeBron James, but for Kobe Bryant again. But unfortunately, Anthony Davis got injured and tried his best to be there for his team, but just his body wouldn't let him, unfortunately. But they're going to come back strong next year, and I'm a diehard Magic fan, unfortunately. But I stick with my team, and you know, with the conference finals staying on topic, the interesting series, I believe, is the Suns versus the Clippers. Last night, how the Suns won, they literally, I feel as if they crushed the Clippers' spirit once again, like it was done in the bubble. And I don't think Kyrie, the Mr. Leonard's coming back. I don't think. Forgive me for pronouncing his first name wrong. But see, as you see, I'm a little rusty. But Paul George is, I will never say an NBA player is overrated. That just really won't come out of my mouth, because if you made it to the league, you obviously have talent, and there may be other issues mentally, spiritually, whatever the case may be, that is preventing you from being like a Paul George, a LeBron James, a Chris Paul, a Devin Booker. Shout out to Devin Booker, man. That's the way he just performs each and every night. It just blows my mind. Especially after last night getting his nose broken, basically. No, it was. You could see it. It was swollen even after. Just to come out and then somebody was wearing the Steve Nash broken nose shirt, and that's just, what a coincidence, right? They're wearing that shirt when they go to the game, and then Devin Booker gets his nose broken. But I haven't looked into it. Maybe it isn't, but more likely it was bleeding all over. But the Suns, man, getting it done without Chris Paul on the court, or even in the stadium, because it's COVID-19 protocol. It's amazing. It's amazing to me to see so much young talent actually come together, and the IQ to make that toss. And it blows my mind that game. I was like, all right, well, the Clippers, man, if they win this game, it's 1-1, and they go back to LA, and now it's like, oh man, it puts a lot of pressure on the Suns. Now there's so much pressure on the Clippers, and Crowder with, like I said, that toss was perfect. If you look at the angle that I saw on Instagram, it literally almost hit the backboard. The side of the backboard, but the ball barely went by the backboard, and then he caught it and then just threw it kind of in. And that's amazing. With 0.9 seconds left? 0.9. It blows my mind. And he had, how much did he have? He had 24 points and 14 rebounds in 35 minutes. Damn near played the whole game. Devin Booker, shout out to him, played 41 minutes. And at first he wasn't shooting well, but came back strong, and finished with 20 and 5 assists and 4 rebounds. Yeah, that's not like outstanding, but after getting your nose broken and to come back out there and to shoot even a little bit better, it's mind blowing to me. This young core, it's and the thing about it is you look at them on paper and you're like, well, they really, that's it. I mean, they're not really much, right? But man, it don't matter about the names. You got to understand when a team has a purpose and they come together and they actually spend time together picking each other's minds and being able to, literally prepare for their opponents like it's war. And that's what this young core is doing. I mean, you just gotta give your hats off to them. All eyes are on them, and they're performing. They're performing. And I've always had respect for Chris Paul, and I hope he does get this championship monkey off his back. He's already a Hall of Famer now. We all know that. He's been a Hall of Famer since 5 years ago, maybe even more than that. He's always been that pure point guard that you need. Every team, if they had a Chris Paul kind of caliber player, man, it would be crazy. It'd be crazy the competition that it would really be. But I mean, let's be fair. Not every superstar can be on the same team and be on the bench, and it's only fair to spread the love and the talent in different states. I love how there's a star, if not really good players, in every team. Regardless, like I said in the beginning of this podcast, it doesn't matter what anyone says. If you are in the league, you're a professional. You perfected your craft enough to get into the league. I don't care if you make 2 points. I don't care if you make 0 points. If you can contribute to the team, and not only just the wins, because obviously it's all about winning and getting to the playoffs, getting to get that trophy held up for your team in your city, but man, just to build chemistry with other basketball players. I mean, it must be an amazing feeling. That was one of my dreams growing up that was the first one to be an NBA player. Maybe next life. Yeah, maybe in heaven. But either way, I love the game. And we have had a great NBA playoff so far. I think how many game sevens? 3? I think 3 or 4. Either way, it's just been outstanding. And it's nice to see 4 teams that have not won a championship in a very long time, with the LA Clippers and the Phoenix Suns not ever winning. Milwaukee and the Hawks, they've only won 1 championship apiece, and very long time ago. I think Bucks was 1970 something, 74, and the Hawks was just not too far after that, or before it. I'm not too sure, but either way, it's nice to see teams that have not made it. You know what I mean? It's really nice to see that. And it just goes to show how much the NBA has been growing. And it's not going anywhere anytime soon. Just like NFL, just like MLB. Because it's been grown in such a brand. It's not just a sport anymore. And that's what I love about... What I most love about all these sports, including basketball, is that it brings all nationalities together. It brings everybody together like we're supposed to be. We're supposed to come together. We shouldn't be divided. We all have a divine purpose, but sometimes others, and sometimes ourselves, get in the way. And there's an NBA talk, but that's just a little bit of pep talk for you and me, because I listen back to these too sometimes. So, with the Phoenix Suns being up 2-0 after winning in incredible fashion last night by 1 point, it just blows my mind to think that the Phoenix Suns have a potential chance of sweeping the Los Angeles Clippers. And do I think that will happen? No. I honestly think the Clippers will win the next game. And it'll be by at least 10. But I mean, I don't know if Chris Paul's coming back the next this coming game or the next one, but either way, when that happens, I think I'm gonna break it down. I really think that the Suns are gonna win this series, but I think it'll literally go to Game 6 or Game 7. I just think that the Los Angeles Clippers are gonna figure it out, and they're going to, lock. But I honestly see the Phoenix Suns winning this series. And last night was such a great game. I haven't seen, well, I can't say that. One of the best games I've seen in a while was last night. And, it's something to think that there's so much more. We got tonight the Milwaukee Bucks going up against the Atlanta Hawks, Game 1, Eastern Conference Finals. And to be truthful, I want Phoenix to win the whole thing. I think they're going to win it. I think. But a part of me truly thinks, I truly have felt like whoever wins out of the Milwaukee and Atlanta series, that's going to be the NBA champion. And how Milwaukee took out the Brooklyn Nets, and how Atlanta's been on such a run, it blows my mind what Trae Young has been able to do. That young talent in Atlanta, boy, I'm trying to tell you this, he has so much potential. And I tell you this now, I'm going to say it live. This is recorded live. If he gets to the NBA Finals and wins it, he will get more rings than LeBron James. Just the way I see this guy play, and the way that Atlanta has put around him so many weapons, I truly think and feel that if Atlanta can do it, they're going to win a lot. They're going to win more championships than people think. I mean, who doesn't want to go to Atlanta, right? So, with Trae Young being such a young talent, I'm going to speak on that highly for a minute, because their playoff run has just been inspiring. Nobody counted the Hawks to be in the NBA Eastern Conference Finals. Let's just all be serious, right? And I only got 2 more minutes, so I need to carry on. But shout outs to the coaching and the management putting that team together. And getting back to Milwaukee, though, because everybody thought that with the healthy Brooklyn Nets team that they would make the NBA Finals. But Milwaukee is such a better team. And even if they were healthy this postseason, I think Milwaukee still would have got them in Game 7. And that's no disrespect to Kyrie Irving, because he's a Hall of Famer too, to be. And the thing that I want you all to know is that I got more to come. I love doing these podcasts. I love sharing my opinions, my faith, and my IQ with the sports and just my opinions. And I just appreciate you pressing play. I only got 1 more minute, so I'm going to make my predictions. But I wanted to say that before this turns off, because I'm only doing a 15-minute, and then I'll do another 15-minute later after the game. So I got to remind that as well. Let me write that down. Well, I'll write it down after I get off here. But tonight, Atlanta Hawks versus the Milwaukee Bucks. I got Milwaukee taking it in a close one. And a part of me hopes I'm wrong. Because I love to root for the underdog. And Atlanta Hawks right now are the underdogs. But they're playing so good. But another team, Phoenix Suns. I really believe they're going to get it done. This is the Ember Show. Thank you for pressing play. And join my next live. Once you follow me, you'll be able to see when I go live. You'll be able to turn the notifications on. God bless you. Have a great night. And see you after the game. Checking out The Ember Show.